Good morning, my YouTube family. It is your boy Zary from Zary's Mobile Gaming coming back at you today on Thursday morning to bring you a video for Dragon Champions. And as always, I have my coffee. So, we are going to talk today about Hilda. Now, I wanted to get this video out last night, but while shooting the fight scenes and things like that, it took way too long to get the footage that I was looking for, so I apologize about that. But we are going to talk today about Hilda and her viability within PVE, player versus environment, and PvP, player versus player. I got a lot of questions on Discord from people wondering this very thing. How viable is she? Can she be part of the meta? She was the most requested character of the three for me to take a look at. Now, I've done it for Noob Series on the 3 new champions, and so I'm not going to get into that end of it. Also, I'm not the only one who's gotten a lot of questions about Hilda. Yesterday, I was talking to Ash from Take One Gaming, and he put together a video of just gameplay with Hilda in an all panda team. So if you haven't seen that, card should be popping up now. Check that out. Some good stuff. He just plays arena, he plays all different things just so you can kind of see different things. I'm going to break this down a little bit more specifically for you out there. We need to look at a couple different things for Hilda. And we're going to start in the PvP, the player versus player environment. Is Hilda going to be game changing in the arena? Does she have a spot in the arena? Does she help you bring down a current meta team? And the answer to all of those is yes. To an extent. Is she going to be part of the meta? Absolutely not. If you are mid-tier in the arena, she could be viable for you. But as you can see in the upcoming videos I'm about to show you, she just can't hold her own against the meta. It doesn't mean that she's not a good character still. It took me over 2 hours yesterday when I thought I could pump out this video quickly to get you guys something to watch on her. And I did roughly 41 battles. And that's with me leaving and restarting. And I got smoked in all of them but one. And I still got smoked, but I was able to beat it. She survived. And I'm going to show you that team composition and kind of what I was thinking behind it. So without further ado, let's get into PvP. So this is the arena on the test account. And as you can see, I am rank 1. I was able to use a team that held Hilda as the only tank on it to beat Simi. I believe that's how you say it. If I'm saying it wrong, I apologize. He was rank 1, or she was rank 1. How about they? There you go. They were rank 1. They are running on defense the current meta team. The current meta team, you can change around a couple characters, but it is a Soleus lead with a Nightiel, Freezard, Little Baddie, and Cruel. The first couple, I'll just show you the first 2-3 fights quickly of just how I get my ass wiped on the floor. But there's a couple things you need to know if you haven't fought this team. Little Baddie can strip debuffs with her shield throw ability, and Cruel is just an absolute pain in the butt. She can mirror people with her passive abilities. If there are 3 mages at the end of every turn she takes, as long as there are still 3 mages on the battlefield, she is going to put them all invisible. So there are 3 mages on this team. There's Nightiel, there's Freezard, and then she counts as the 3rd. Also, Nightiel and Soleus have great synergy. All humans can counter. Also, Nightiel can strip buffs on her passive. And Freezard can just do some crazy, insane AoE damage once they get up and running. When I looked at this team and how I can combat it, it took me a while playing through it to figure it out. So I'm going to show you the team I started with, because I really wanted to try this team out. So Be right back. So this is that team. Now, I wanted to have Hilda be the tank. Sully's lead, he has, in my opinion, the best order, all-encompassing lead, with Patriarch Chi, with Friezard, and Snorri. I was thinking, because Hilda has synergy with Snorri, where they receive more damage. When she taunts, they both get a damage increase buff. And then there's the Snorri Friezard synergy. Then I thought Hilda's very reliant on her shield. She'll be regaining her shield with her basic ability. Patriarch Chi can come in and put up an armor increase on the whole team. He can replace the shield. Soleus will be there to heal. That could also replace shield. And this team just didn't work in PvP. It just didn't work. Snorri is way too dang squishy. Hilda's cooldown on her taunt is 4 or 5 turns, even at level 6. So if she lost her buff, the rest of the team was just exposed and they just blew through it. So I really didn't want to show you any footage of that because it just was an absolute massacre. I started playing around with the team to try to figure out how to beat this meta. And I took out Snorri. And then I took out Friezard. Then I took out Patriarch Chi. And I kind of rebuilt it from the ground up. And sadly, you have to incorporate the current meta into the team to try to beat it. I had Nightiel. I had to put in Cruel and I wanted the 3 mages. Tried putting in Friezard to get that 3 mage synergy and help with the AoE. It wasn't working. So what I did is I actually ended up putting in Ember. And this was the team I used to beat the current meta team. Now, mind you, it can be done, yes. But did it have anything to do with Hilda? She did survive till the end of the fight, but no, it didn't. I was able to use the invisibility mechanic to dispel Batty's taunt, putting her invisible. The reason Ember worked so well is she has her burn on her 3rd ability, which increases her damage on her 1st ability, and then she has her 2nd ability, which can stun a target, and that did come in handy as I was learning the mechanic of the team. So this is how I was successful. So I'm going to take a quick pause for the PvP section. I'm going to put in 2-3 battles of me just getting slaughtered, and then I'll put in the one that I won. This team is extremely, well, not even team, this fight is extremely RNG dependent. You gotta hope for counters, you gotta hope for the debuffs being stripped, you have to hope for dodges. Just isn't worth it. And I did even try taking out Ember before I went for the 3 mages, and I had hard work in there. Hoping for ability blocks. Didn't happen. I put in 2 tanks. I put in Kinley. Didn't happen. I put in Little Batty. Did not happen. Without further ado, check out those videos. see, it wasn't pretty. You know, it was, again, heavily reliant on RNG. It was also heavily reliant on luck and patience. So if you want to unlock Hilda and run her in PvP, she can do it, but you're going to be frustrated. The first team I showed you, Snorri, Friezard, Hilda, Patriarchy, and Solius, they are an extremely good team for PVE. So I'm going to show you a couple battles. I'm actually going to go in and fight them. But we're going to start with, we are in Dawn of Order. So as you can see, this is the team I'll be working with for PVE. It has a total power of 114,766. The next fight I'm going to show everybody just quickly, because I got some questions on this also, is where Yogi can be farmed. He can be farmed in the Dawn of Order 8-9. I'm going to take you into that fight. I'm going to shut up, get out of the way, and just show you that fight so you know what to expect. Hilda was able to do very good damage with that second ability. And then just to top it all off, I'm going to take you in and show you a 12, just so you can see what that's like. Think that she is viable and is a very good character, but she's not going to change the meta at all as we've experienced. So what I just wanted to say is, again, thank you to everyone out there for the subscriptions, the views, the likes, the comments. So this is your boy Zary, just saying I love you guys. Failure is coming up tomorrow, kind of the same format. We'll take a look and see how she does in the current meta. We'll see how she does in a PvE comp. Just trying to help everybody out to see if they want to invest in these characters or we're going to hold off on them for a little bit and continue to stay focused on what we are working on currently. So that's all I got for everybody. I love y'all. Talk to you soon.